Do you want to create a sense of urgency in your customers to drive more sales to your online store without being sleazy or manipulative? Here are 4 organic ways to create urgency without being too pushy. The key is to tap into your customers' sense of FOMO, or fear of missing out. When there is so much to buy and look at the end of the day, customers do not want to miss an opportunity. So making these tweaks on your website can subtly put your store at the top of their priority list. The first way to create urgency is to highlight shipping deadlines to guarantee delivery by a certain date. This is a powerful technique that works great around holidays like Christmas, Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, etc. So once you've worked out your processing time and confirmed delivery guarantees with your shipping carrier, that will give you a sense of the total processing time from order to delivery. Once you have that order by date, you can highlight that on your website in a few ways. So I've built my online store using the website.com site builder. It's such an easy way to add my products and my payment methods and start selling right away. So in the builder, I'm going to show you how to make these changes. Some places you can highlight the shipping deadline is in the product description itself. So I'm on the home page and I'm going to open up the online store. You can use this shortcut to go view all products. So now we see the list of the products on my store. If I want to click on this product, I can edit it. In the description, I might want to add So in the description, I have added order by December 15th to get it by December 25th. And I've added a description since it didn't have one yet. This is a subtle place that you could put the reminder. And this is a great option if you have a different shipping deadline date for each product. If you want to make it more prominent, you can also add this reminder as a ribbon. So I'll show you what that looks like. Down here, you'll see there's an option for a ribbon, and I'll put order by December 15th. So now I've added it as a ribbon, and in the description, we're going to save that. I'm going to click done. I'm going to close this and actually publish the website and take a look at the published site just to give you a view of what that will look like. So we'll go to the shop, and you'll see in the description for the product, it says order by December 15th to get it by December 25th. And you'll also see the ribbon on the product itself. Now let's go back to the site builder. Now, if you want even more attention-grabbing options and your order deadline is the same for all products across your website, you can highlight this on your homepage. So you could add a section. For example, I might want to add a banner here. I'll click Add Section above the welcome. I'll choose to add text. I'll pick any of these. I'll toggle off most of this text and the buttons. Actually, I might want to use the subtitle. I'll change that font size. So you can choose which text you'd like. So this is the subtitle. If you wanted the description, you would have some more styling options. So actually, I might prefer that. I'm going to take it from there. Toggle that one off. Make that a bit bigger. I'll make it bold. Just highlight and make that bold. And I'm going to remove a bit of the padding. So we'll click Change Colors and Layout for this section. I'm going to remove a little bit of that padding. It's a bit there. Change that color, and I'll make that text alignment centered. You might want to change that color again. There we go. Looks more cohesive now. So that's one way to add that prominently. You could put any announcement on your website by using this method. Or if you want it to be more subtle, so I'll just hide this section. You could also just straight up delete it. It just depends if you want to look at that and compare it later. If I click on the Heroes section, you can change any of that text. So I might want to add it to the description of the Welcome section. So that's another option where you can put that right on your home page. I think I like the way that that looks better, so I'm going to remove this one. First, I'll show that section, and then I'll delete the section. One more way that you can grab attention and inform shoppers of the upcoming order deadline is through a pop-up. So I'll click on this home icon to go back to start, and we'll see it says Marketing and SEO. I'll click into that, and now I'll choose Pop-up. So I want to make the pop-up. I'll click right here, and now we can go ahead and change this content just by clicking right on it, or on the left panel here. I'll turn off the secondary button. I don't need that, but I will also link this button to my shop. So I'll click Store. I want that to go to the store home. I'll click Save. You can also change the image as well. And if you want to change the style overall, you can click Change Colors and Layout for the pop-up, just to see the different types of layouts that you can choose. I'll choose that one right here, and then click Apply Design. Now we'll go back. Again, for the settings for the pop-up, I want to make sure it auto-displays on the pages, which means when customers come to my website, this pop-up will appear after a few seconds. So I'll turn that on, and I'll want that to appear on all of the pages, but you can choose which pages you want this pop-up to appear on. Choose the amount of time you want to pass before the pop-up occurs. I think I'll choose 5 seconds, so that will give them a chance to look at the website. And I'll limit that pop-up to display once every 24 hours, just so I don't annoy my visitors. So I'm happy with that, and I'm going to click Publish to make everything go live that I've done so far. So you'll see that pop-up appeared. Let's go back to the editor again. Now, another way to add urgency to your online store is to hold seasonal sales. For example, if you have 20% off site-wide for the holidays, you want to make sure customers know that it's an exclusive promotion only available for a limited time. You can use any of those methods that I've just mentioned to highlight this across your site, especially a pop-up or a homepage announcement would create that urgency. So as you can see on my welcome page, I have that right here. For the subtitle, I wrote, "The sale of the season, 20% off site-wide." Now, another way that you can move your customers is to offer some exclusive product drops. What this means is that you will only offer a product within a limited sales period, so customers know they only have that window to make their purchase. Now, to do this properly, you'll first need to build hype. Let your customers know of an upcoming exclusive limited time product drop. You can let them know through a newsletter, through your social media, through advertising, or even highlight it on your homepage. Build the momentum leading up to the actual drop. And in the meantime, you can get your product set up on your online store and just keep the visibility checked off. So I'm going to go back to home, open up the online store. We're going to add a new product. We'll add the product name. I'll write my description for it. Once you've filled out the details for your product, all you have to do is turn off visibility right here. So now it won't appear on your store, and then click Save. So now you have this product ready to go. Once the product drop time hits, you can log into the site builder, go to the product, turn on visibility, click Save, and Done, and publish any other changes you need to make. And now the product will be live on the site. When the exclusive sales period is over, all you have to do is turn the visibility off again. So I'll show you how to do that. Again, we'll go back. We can view all the products here. Turn off visibility, click Save, and Done. Make sure you do honor your exclusive sales period, as this builds trust with your brand and a true sense of urgency for the next time you offer an exclusive drop. Now, one last tip that triggers customers to make that purchase is to show when inventory is low. Again, you want to ignite that fear of missing out, pushing customers to make a purchase so they don't miss their chance. One quick way to do this is to change the inventory status for your low stock inventory to low quantity. And low quantity will be displayed on the product page for that product. For example, here, we chose low quantity. We'll click Done. We'll go to the shop on the published site. And now you'll see it says low quantity right here. If you want to add even more sense of urgency, we'll go back to the site builder. We can change that ribbon to say low stock. We'll click Save. Let's refresh that. Let's go back to the shop. And now you can see the ribbon says low stock. So we'll go back to the site builder. If you prefer to let the website builder help you track inventory, you could do that. So we'll turn on Track Inventory. We'll choose the available quantity. I'll say 25. And I'll turn off Continue Selling when out of stock. I don't want it to do that. So you'll need to stay on top of this by checking your store inventory. And then using your own discretion, once the stock dips below a certain number, in your product description or using the ribbon like I showed you, you can display low inventory. So for example, let's say this was low inventory. I can write that in the description. Click Save, and Done. I'll click Publish. Let's go to the published site. Click Shop Now. And now we can see the ribbon that says low stock. We can click into that product. You can see the number of inventory that's in stock. And in the description, it says low inventory as well. So that's it for this video. I've just showed you 4 different ways to motivate customers to make a purchase by using urgency. You can make your entire online store using the Website.com site builder. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more website tips and tutorials. Thanks for watching.